today is a very important day in America. It is June 19th, which means it's Juneteenth, which means we are celebrating the official end of slavery in the United States of America, all because, again, the Emancipation Proclamation had it down for January 1, 1863, but some hands, and you know the acronym, you know what it stands for, basically was
Mhm.
like, hey, when you get down to Texas and down to the Louisiana area, don't tell them. News ain't gonna pass along. News finally passed along on June 19th, 1865 in Galveston, Texas. Thus Juneteenth. And here we are today. Now, usually me and D will be off, just relaxing, barbecuing, celebrating what he calls his July 4th, his
Mhm.
Independence Day.
Mhm.
But no, we're here because guess what, folks? It's Thursday. We back on a regularly scheduled day. It is a 2DopeMarks. That is D. I am Brando. We appreciate you for coming out, coming through. Again, like, rate, drop a like. As I said before, comment because we live on YouTube every Thursday night. We are live on Facebook, live on Twitter, and again, man, watch us on YouTube. Just have a blast. That's all this really is, man. Last week we had arguably our greatest episode. Shout out to Darius Lockhart, Ashe Wrestling, whose Return of the King show is literally next Saturday, June 28th. It's next Saturday. Um, Salute to him. Salute to Ashe. Salute to Black Rasslin. We will get into those brothers and sisters in a little bit because the BRP 50 is officially out. All 50 names are dropped. We are going to get
All
into
that.
all 50 names, see who is too high, too low. I'm pretty sure math has cussed out like 19 different people already today.
Good. Yeah.
We've already said plain simple, there's a name that's not on that list because he don't want to be on that list, and that is fine. Ain't no
Fuck
need
him.
to. Well, yes. Well, yes.
Weak ass.
Elsewhere on the show, man, we're gonna get into King of the Ring and how ironic it is the people from the 2023 Survivor Series, the winning side of War Games, they're all wrapped around in King of the Ring. We're gonna get
Mm.
into Mercedes Moné making her GOAT case even more after what she did at AEW Dynamite Grand Slam, Mexico on Wednesday night. And we're gonna we gonna get into William Scott Goldberg at age 58 challenging for the World Heavyweight Championship. We
Do we
we gonna
gotta
get
talk
into
about
all
that
of that.
though? We gotta talk about
We
that.
we have to, man, because it correlates with King of the Ring. So therefore we have to talk about it. So again, we live, as you can see, share it with your peoples. Don't be afraid to comment, jump in, interact with the folk, because hey, it's a live show. It's a live interactive podcast. We come kick it with y'all. Y'all come kick it with us. It all comes around and comes around to come around. But first, in honor of Juneteenth, I have to ask my co-host this very, 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 very important question.
Mhm.
D, what is the blackest moment in pro wrestling in 2025 so far?
So I kind of seen the topics before, and I had to do my homework and actually think about this because it's just a lot going on in life right now. And so I got three, and I think number one for me was a couple weeks ago when Ronnie Killings pulled up in the ring with a shiesty on and some Air Force One, some black Air Force Ones. It, and in the element of Juneteenth, that is the most nigger shit I've seen. That's one. Two, you can go back to Naomi a couple weeks ago in the ring doing a promo, and the crowd, hitting what, and she said, "Bitch, you heard me." Black woman, black woman language. There you go.
Black woman,
A-
black
And
woman.
then, and then, you know what? Elimination Chamber. We saw what the beginning of the great soap opera me and Brando call.
A WWE studio production. This is the braid of our lives. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I did that.
So, yeah. By the way, the Braid of Our Live t-shirts are live on the 2DopeMarks shop.
Yes, they are.
Link in you can check the link in the description of this show to get your Braid of Our Live t-shirts and other shirts, such as 10 Wrestling Commandments, salute to Black female champions, Black male champions, so on and so forth. And also, hey, the 2DopeMarks logo, man, because we are Gold Grill Pro Wrestling fans over here. Know what I mean?
Get that shit.
Get it. So those are your three.
Mm-hmm.
Mine somewhat align a little bit. Okay, they somewhat align.
Okay.
I would say that Ron Killings being on Black Air Force One energy, is definitely up there. I would say the feud leading into Stand and Deliver with Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Obafemi. That's definitely one. Talking about some real Black excellence there. And lastly, why exactly not would I have, you know what I'm saying, the bread of our lives? Why would that not be?
I'm gonna do it again.
A WWE studio production. This is the Braid of Our Lives. It's brilliance, pure brilliance. So yeah, we cover the spectrum, man. My three blackest moments are the Obafemi, Javon Evans, Trick Williams.
Truth Williams. Who
I mean, if he was in TNA, if he was in TNA in 2003, like Consequences Creed, you know what I mean? Trick Williams, man. Trick Williams. My apologies.
With that, yeah.
Trick Williams. Honorable mention to AJ Francis and everything he has done. All over the place. Yes. I give him honorable mention for my blackest moment in pro wrestling.
Money.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, that is how we kick off this episode, man. I did a little double duty last week. I guested on the Kayfabe podcast with my brother Will Ferrell, Dion, and that crew. And it was around that time and around that moment, they informed me that it was probably going to be William Scott Goldberg versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. But while I do shout out those brothers, I have to shout out our big podcast brothers. Black Rasslin Podcast, Cal, Mav, the entire operation, the entire conglomerate, if you will. Even everybody who wrote something this year for the BRP 50. I now have.
Hey, shout out to Mimi and Jermaine, man.
Yes, shout out to Mimi and Jermaine. I wholeheartedly now have a new goal for 2026. And that is to add words to the BRP 50 for next year. That is now a goal of mine.
Don't ask me. I barely write my goddamn name.
Just from reading Jermaine's piece, just from reading the initial piece by Mills on Ron Killings, the piece on Trinity Fatu, aka Naomi, I was like, nope, I got something to aspire to. So again, salute to them brothers and sisters, because today on Juneteenth, we got the full list, the full 50 of the Black Rasslin Podcast top 50 Black wrestlers, going from May of last year to May of this year. So, do you want us to go down the top 10 right quick fast? D, do you think we should give the people that at least?
The top 10, or you want to go through the whole 50?
We can go through the top 10 now. I can go through the whole 50 if need be.
It's locked and loaded over here.
I mean, I got it.
Extra light skin.
I got it too.
Light skin. You know what I'm saying? On my notepad. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to say you did it. Look like you did a skincare routine before you hopped on the pod tonight. That's all I'm saying. You're glistening, brother. You're glowing. You're shining. You shining, black man. You shining. Anyway, actually, no. We'll go through the whole 50. We'll go through the whole 50, right? Number 50, Ron Killings. Number 49, Hall of Famer. The 2DopeMarks Hall of Famer at that. Pretty Boy Smooth at 49. Eel O'Neal at 48. Jay Bougie at 47. Jordan Blade at 46. Janai Kai at 45. Lee Moriarty. Tiger Style himself at 44. Calvin Tankman at 43. Rio at 42. Trey Miguel at 41. AR Fox, ATL legend himself at number 40. Brian Keith, Swisher House's own Brian Keith, number 39. Montez Ford, 38. Angelo Dawkins, 37. Maya World, 36. O'Shea Edwards, 35. Big Bad Kaiju himself.
My man.
Powerhouse Will Hobbs at 34. Kofi Kingston, 33. Xavier Woods, 32. Queen Aminata, 31. Stephen Wolf, that's the one Jermaine wrote. That's his profile. And the 30.
You got to announce him as leader of the pack, Stephen Wolf.
My apologies.
The
leader of the pack himself.
That man.
Hey, you have to say the whole thing like a Tribe Called Quest. My sincere apologies.
Absolutely.
The leader of the pack himself, Mr. Stephen Wolf, is number 30. 29 is Last Legend. 28 is Wes Lee. 27 is The Man Like the Rest. 26 is Ricky Saints. 25 is Mr. 19 Pack himself, The Con. Number 24, Leon Slater. Number 23, Isaiah Bronner. 22, Javon Evans. 21, Kalani Jordan. Here's where his top 20 get real interesting. 20, Shelton Benjamin. 19, Bobby Lashley. 18, the uncrowned NXT Women's Champion, Miss Jada Parker. 17, winner of the Dre himself, Carmelo Hayes. Number 16, the Black Nubian Queen herself, Sol Ruka. 15, Willow Nightingale. 14, Jay Cargill. 13, Kevin Knight. 12, Michael Oku. 11, that bad man Myron Reed. Number 10, AJ Francis. Number 9, Pan-African champion himself, Sugar Duncanson. 8, Athena. 7, Ricochet. 6, Trick Williams. 5, Naomi.
You better say this one. He better say his name correctly. 4,
the All-Father, the current Ashe World Men's Champion, Darius Carter, is 4.
I'm gonna redo it for you.
Ball me, sorry.
Number 4, the All-Father, the Ashe Men's Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Darius Carter. Continue.
Thank you. 3 is Bianca Belair. 2 is Mercedes Moné. And number 1, numero uno, the NXT champion himself, the ruler, Obafemi. Now, I've done my fair share of lists. Me and you've collabed on a couple lists, just having just some brainstorm thoughts out here and there. I think this is about maybe the most perfect list I've ever seen compiled of wrestlers.
Absolutely.
From a year standpoint.
Body of work included, some have been injured, but some came back, and shout out to Black Rasslin Podcast for doing this. This is their 7th one, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, doing this for the culture, man. This is sharp. This is cool. Like, I love this. Like, I was like a kid on Christmas Eve waiting for this shit to come out.
Every day I was refreshing that Instagram trying to figure out, okay, who next?
Show us.
So again, this is a big shout out to them.
Also, 8:35 after this show, shoot over to YouTube, stay on YouTube and go to Black Rasslin Podcast. They'll be talking about the BRP 50.
Like our good friend DJ Head be saying, stay on stream. Stay on stream. Stay on stream. Yeah. Oh, and then our esteemed colleague has disappeared. Okay, well, gotta run this solo. So yeah, if you want to go through the entire history of the BRP from number 1 to number 7, every single list that they've ever made is on the website. It's on Black Rasslin website. You can kind of go over, you kind of see people's journeys, you can see people's evolutions. You can see, Bianca Belair crowning that list one time, right? You can see different people basically taking on that mantle. See their evolution. Like, there's some people who could have been number 50 one year, now they're in the top 10 this year.
Yeah. What was your I won't say biggest surprise, but who are you proud of to make that list for the first time?
I am proud of, let's see. Again, there's a lot of NXT representation on this, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people I'm like, all right, I can definitely see why they made it and why they did the damn thing, right? So, ironically enough, I didn't have really too many surprises or people I'm like, oh, wow, that's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? I think AJ Francis, in the work he's put in, the work he's built over the past year to be number 10 on this list, well deserved, well understood. Do I think if Ring of Honor / All Elite Wrestling put more emphasis on Athena, she'd be higher on this list. Yes.
Facts.
Because there's no reason why she's your longest reigning champion, regardless of gender, and she's not on TV all the time. And the only time she's been on like proper AEW television was to face Mercedes Moné in basically a match to get to Mercedes versus Jamie Hayter.
Right.
And the real finale of that should have been Mercedes versus Athena. Right. I think Kevin Knight's ascension, big time ascension, is something that needs to be recognized. Because again, we saw that brother last year at Ashe. And we kind of followed him going around from New Japan. Now he's on TV every week with All Elite Wrestling. So, you know, that was a big one. That's definitely a big one. Sol Ruka, I mean, what can we say?
So
she has arguably one of the best finishers in all of pro wrestling.
Yeah.
She's showing out as champion, and she's presenting herself as a champion. And I'm pretty sure, and she definitely killing it. You know who I think is gonna be on this list next year, though?
Who?
I'm gonna go ahead real quick with this. Callie Armstrong.
Yeah.
Callie Armstrong is gonna be on this list next year.
Yeah.
You know what? Eventually, we're gonna get the D thumbs up T-shirt for the people. Purely because it's one of the most natural reactions in all the world. Every single time this brother texts me with this shit, I'm like, all right, bro, you got it.
I think my biggest thing is for this list, you have in Mr. Darius Carter, who was 8 last year. Mind you, he's top 5 and he's not signed to none of the big companies. My man is traveling up and down the roads and working his ass off. So shout out to Mr. Darius Carter, one of my faves, personally. Mr. number 8 last year, Mr. number 4 this year. Top 5. I'm hoping he gets number 1 at some point. Talking about evolution as a wrestler, as a person. Yeah. And then you know what? Listen, Shug Dunkerton in the top 10. You know what I mean? That brother been working too. You know, as the Pan-African champion. Yeah. Yo, shout out to everybody that made the list. You know what I mean? We appreciate you guys. We appreciate all the work that you do, traveling the roads, you know, putting your body through hell just to entertain us. So yeah, salute. I'm gonna drink to that.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting, man. There's some names that they're on last year's list that aren't on this year's list. Alex Kane being one of them, Mr. Boombaye himself. You know what I mean? That's one that kind of had me like, oh, okay. Trey Miguel being shifted from number 9 last year all the way to the back of the pack.
Yeah. You know what though? I think, to be honest with you, he had a big year last year, you know, with the collaboration with Wesley and NXT and stuff like that. That he was working, you know, kind of took a backseat a little bit this year. That's okay, you know. No, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. You know what I mean?
True. Very true. Another name that kind of came to mind, I was like, it's a little interesting. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, I'm not putting Chris Bay literally deserves an honorable mention for this list every single year. We already know why he's not on this list. You know what I'm saying? I think that, you know, once we get Chris Bay being Chris Bay again, then, you know, because again, he's the greatest story ever told once it happens, right? So he'll be there. The Killer Bees. That's one I was like, oh, okay. Okay. So, you know, but then also you have to think of it like this. Last Legend being on this list is a big damn deal because they just made her a solo star.
Yes,
3 weeks ago. About a month ago, actually.
Yes.
And so now you see it. You definitely see it. That finisher is tough. That theme song,
the music tough. Listen, that's taking me to a la what 2001 3-6 Mafia, boy.
Always in my face, talking this and that. That's what it is. That's what it is. But it's a lot. So again, celebrate these people, tag them on Instagram. The artwork that they got for the likes of the leader of the pack, Stephen Wolf, for Khan, for Obafemi. That Obafemi artwork is gonna be on a t-shirt.
Yeah, they got
Like, I'm pretty sure if that brother wanted, like, yo, I want this printed out and put it in my home, he'd do it.
Right.
It's that cold. It's that damn cold. So, yeah, again, if you want to check out the list, I'll give you the exact URL. It is blackwrestling.com.
Wrestling.
RASSLIN, Black Rasslin. And the number one post on the page is the 2025 BRP 50. 7th annual. Made it like it was a good old school classic XXL cover.
Dead ass. That Naomi
So
tough.
Yeah. I saw somebody trying to hawk it like a bootleg shirt online. I'm like, okay, no. If it ain't come from Mav or Fam or Cap, I don't know. I saw the link. Somebody was trying to bootleg that bitch.
I'm trying to be a Christian on Juneteenth. I don't want no trouble.
Nobody wants trouble. I don't want no trouble neither. But I can tell you this for facts, though. We catch you out here with a bootleg Black Rasslin t-shirt, dog. We send you to the wolves. I'm not putting hands and feet on you because I got things I got going on in my life. D also has things he got going on in life. So I can't take that response. But there's somebody who will definitely take that response for us.
I know somebody that'll do it for a black amount of do-rag.
You know somebody do it for a black amount of do-rag? I know somebody who might do it for a contra code.
Times that hard?
Nah, times ain't that hard. They just want to be contra real goddamn bad, dog. That's all.
I can dig it.
They just want to be contra real bad, man. But yeah, shout out to Black Rasslin. Again, check out the website, check out the list on their Instagram. We'll be resharing it, of course, on our socials and things of that nature. But now we have to get into the shits.
Let's get this shit over with.
All right, so if you saw me on the Kayfabe pod last week, you saw me literally about to have a crash out moment over this. And then Monday just confirmed it even more. Do I think a 58-year-old Bill Goldberg is going to be able to last 3.5 minutes in the ring with Gunther? No, I don't. Do I now think that there's a very terrible and awkward-ass trend that's been created bringing Goldberg back? Yeah, just think about it. Goldberg has had a match with Roman Reigns. Goldberg has had a match with Bobby Lashley. He got a feud with Bobby Lashley. Let me get that part straight. A feud with the WWE champion of the time, right? Had a match at SummerSlam. Where else do we go here, man? It's just Drew McIntyre had a Goldberg match. Also a WWE champion when it happened. And now Gunther, because he insulted that man in front of Bret Hart. Now we gotta do this. Now, I initially thought this match that it was gonna be at Saudi. You know what I'm saying? Because this is definitely a Saudi ass match when you think about it. But nope, they're gonna put that man on network television for a Saturday night's main event in Atlanta, Georgia. Here's my statement, D, and I will pass it to you so we can get this over with real goddamn fast. You don't need the belt to do a Gunther versus Goldberg match, dog. You do not need the belt to do a Gunther versus Goldberg match. Hell, you don't even need cameras to do a goddamn Gunther versus Goldberg match. Put that shit in the NXT parking lot. Make it real quick and simple. That's it, and that is all. The floor is yours.
That man gonna knock himself out before he get in the ring. He gonna be gassed in the fireworks. Gunther gonna slap him in his daggone chest 2 times, and he might go into cardiac arrest. Did you see how much he left the ring? The man ain't do shit. The man did 1 kick, went to the ring, talked shit, went back, and was sweating. You ain't do nothing. I got
and
listen.
young in
I
people's
got
faces.
listen. I got cousins who are bigger than that sweat less than that from blinking. Like, what are we doing? Why do we need to see this? I've seen people say, okay, Gunther loses to Goldberg. Cool. And then Seth cashes in. I hope so. Get him off of my TV. I thought the last time I would see Goldberg was the Hall of Fame, but you bitches in WWE decide that you want to grace his presence in on my TV. Why? Why do you want to put him on my TV? Some people want to see old Goldberg. Goldberg, you want to see him for what? Only people that need to see Goldberg is blind people. That's it.
Nah, because Stevie Wonder himself like, nah, like, I see what the shit is. I can't do it.
Stevie Wonder can see, and can't nobody tell me different. Jamie Foxx validated that shit at the BET Awards.
Stevie's long validated he can see. Look, I'm gonna read you a couple quotes from Goldberg, man.
Why?
I just want your honest reaction to these things, okay? That's all it is, D. The man says to let me get the attribution correct here. Jacob Sports, which is the ironically apparently according to their Twitter bio, the go-to digital media powerhouse for Eagles fans. So basically, this is
hold up. Say that for me one more time.
Jacob Sports, the go-to digital media powerhouse for Eagles fans.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Half of them people can't read. Hooked on Phonics ain't work for them.
Here's what Bill Goldberg has to say, amongst several quotes here. Quote, 50% of me is better than 99% of the pricks on the planet. Unfazed. Got it. At 58 years old, if I have to go in there hobbled, if I have to go in there 30 pounds lighter, I don't give a shit because I have a point to make.
To who?
I don't know. I don't know. I wish I had a solid answer. I wish I had some sort of firm belief that Goldberg had a match that he's trying to live up to from damn near 30 years ago. But I don't have it, D. I don't. I don't have the match where Bill Goldberg is trying to replicate since the last time the Chicago Bulls were in the NBA Finals. Corey is right. I wish Corey wasn't right, but Corey's right. Corey's right. He says
fuck them people. I said what I fuck them people.
I can't even read the comment. Good grief.
People in Atlanta want to see the Falcons win a goddamn Super Bowl, but that bitch ain't gonna happen either.
There are people in Atlanta that want to see Goldberg. Again, not me, but they gonna buy tickets. I mean, I already have tickets, but that was before he was announced. Corey, I swear to God, if you're on Instagram and you have a WWE belt specifically for this occasion and some like red and yellow Atlanta Hawks themed
Corey,
Jays.
I love you. You're my little brother. But if you walk around with a Goldberg belt, I will snatch that bitch and throw that bitch into the river, the Anacostia River. You gonna have to go get that bitch with the bodies and the three-eyed fish.
You knew it was bad when they already had merch for this dude, and it was Goldberg's last ride. And I'm like, for who? For what? We don't need this.
Right where?
How you gonna do the match? And Big E, who is your biggest fan, can't ever get the match.
You bet not.
You better not win on Goldberg stuff down there.
You better not.
You better not. Your 2DopeMarks gift package be on hold, my boy. That's what's gonna happen. You want some Goldberg? You want some Goldberg merch around there,
bruh. So on a serious note, I know I be joking around and shit, but don't nobody want to see that shit, man. Like he gonna spare Gunther, or Gunther gonna slap him in his chest, and God forbid, real shit, God forbid something happens to him. But he gonna spare him, and he gonna jackhammer him, and I don't want to see any of that. I'd rather watch. Yes.
Sorry for interrupting you, by the way. Is You know Gunther does a lot to make sure his opponents look good. Like he gives up a lot for no damn reason.
Not for this man.
Hold on a second. Hold on. We got something I really have to weigh in on. Shout out to Tosh Payton, by the way. A lot of people a lot of people overbooking it. Gunther's 100% winning. That's not the point. We know Gunther is winning. That's fine. It says they're competing with the Beyonce concert literally across the street on the stadium.
You putting gold. Hold up. Time out, bro. I got this.
All right. I'll let you run.
You putting Goldberg at what is it? State Farm Arena? Is that what it's still called?
Yeah, it's at State Farm. Yes.
State Farm Arena. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, all right. Corey. Whoa, you say that man like you say that man.
We were about to have a crash out before Hater of the Week. We were about to have a crash out before Hater.
Come on now. Appreciate you, Corey. I'm not trying to set your man up. Like you saved his life.
Yeah. The real thing is if you are going to Evolution 2, that is when you're gonna run into some real issues.
Yeah.
God dang it. All right. Now we're doing some extra reconnaissance. All right, we're going to look up how many stadium shows Beyonce got at Mercedes-Benz. I gotta get through a bunch of stuff. All right. We got
your man Taj got me high. I didn't turn my fan up or something. I don't know if it's the crown or my temper.
Okay. All right. So we got we have 4 shows in Atlanta. July 10th, July 11th, July 13th, Saturday. And July 14th.
So Saturday is Saturday night's main event, though. So hold on. You putting Goldberg up against Beyonce?
Hold on. We have to confirm this and make sure that this is good because I'm not trying to get nobody in no trouble. I'm trying to save that man from a super crash out.
It's not personal, it's business. You know what I'm saying?
It is definitely business. It's definitely business. So all right. Goldberg. Wait, I have the image already saved. Why am I doing the extra work?
What are you looking for?
I am making sure that this dang match is happening when it's
it's
oh my god. It is it's July 12th. Oh god. Okay. All right. They have saved themselves. They saved themselves.
I'm over this shit. Get that man out. Get that man out my face.
They saved themselves. Again, here's how it's gonna go. You got a Beyonce show on third. You got what is that? Let's see. On July 10th, July 11th, July 13th, and July 14th.
Monday. That's Tuesday.
So you basically got Beyonce bumping up against Evolution. That is who you really got competition with. This ain't got to see Saturday night's main event ain't got to compete with Beyonce. That weekend gonna be stupid, but Bill Goldberg is not competing with Beyonce.
I was just tripping out on the logic. How the fuck are you gonna sit there and it's Beyonce weekend? You gonna try Bill Goldberg in Atlanta is gonna jolt the masses?
The best Bill Goldberg ever did was 39,000 in the Georgia Dome the night he beat Terry.
Hold that thought. You can keep talking. Say something.
Okay. All I'm saying is, do people want to see nostalgia acts? Yes. That's why we got the Carter 6, because people want to see a nostalgia act.
Mm-hmm.
Is there people out there who is going to be, there for some old school wrestling? Of course. And you know what, Tosh? I agree with you. Atlanta is one of the best markets. Atlanta is arguably one of the meccas of pro wrestling in the South. Between Atlanta, Baltimore, Houston, San Antonio got claimed to it a little bit too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're in Oklahoma got a little bit to it. So yeah, no, Atlanta definitely is one of the best markets in a classic pro wrestling town. It's Jim Crockett promotion town by far. However,
you said 39,000?
39, yes. And I know that because I just finished Mark Raymondi's book. about the NWO.
I need to see what the old Georgia Dome seating capacity was, 71,000. I need to see that. That's all.
Yeah, and they got 39K in there on a whim. They announced that match like on 4 days' notice.
Okay. Yeah.
Ironically enough, the next time they ran the Georgia Dome was the Finger Poke of Doom. If you want to guess, like, oh, how short-sighted.
Absolutely, Corey.
Oh yeah, no, of course, brother. You do not have to sell the city of Atlanta and pro wrestling to me or
the problem with me is, why are we bringing back old motherfuckers? Why? Don't nobody need to see his geriatric ass. What is this? Star KAARP? What are we doing? Come on, man.
Look, man, I don't think we're gonna get. We're not getting a classic. We're not getting a 3-star match. It's going to exist. Gunther is going to be on his best Bret Hart circa 1995, aka I can literally carry a broom to a 3-star match if need be, and that's going to be it. I hope it's a one and done, dog. Like, I don't want to see.
It better not be the main event. I hope it's the first match, so that man can go home and take his nap, so his nurse can get him out of there.
Nah, that is gonna be the main event. I'm sorry, it's gonna be.
I'd be more entertained watching his son wrestle.
Look, you tell me we get a second generation Steiner versus Goldberg match, Gage versus
That's fair, Corey. That's fair. I mean, I get it. It was in a Georgia Dome, a $71,000 capacity stadium. I don't think
$71,000.
Yeah, that too.
I heard you. 71,000 capacity. Yeah.
But I'm saying though, like, but Raw hasn't done a stadium at that point. Like, WCW did that shit. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? It's fuck that damn match. Y'all doing this shit to piss me off. Corey, you know me. Y'all doing this shit to piss me off. This motherfucker right here pissing me off too. He knew this is for content. This is what this motherfucker doing right now. Because you know how the hell I'm gonna react. You know I can't stand that motherfucker.
We'll get it out the way. And also, Taj is bringing up Evolution 2, and I agree.
Yeah.
This Evolution 2 is currently scaring me.
Yeah.
It's in the same vein that Evolution 1 was scaring me because people was getting injured right before the card. But we'll get to Evolution in just a second. In just a second. We are done talking about Bill Goldberg. I'm not gonna look. They can have 3-4 more segments on Raw. I don't care to build this up. I'm not. No, I will hit.
I hope he knock himself out going to Raw next weekend.
I will back out of Netflix so goddamn fast. It ain't even funny. But for everybody that was crying about Jey Uso last week and wondering, hey, what's next for Jey? This podcast included was wondering what's next for Jey. Guess what, folks? He's in the King of the Ring. And you want to know something ironic? If you're watching on YouTube, you're watching on Twitter, you can definitely see this. So
they can't see it on Facebook.
They can also see it on Facebook. They can't see it on Facebook. Okay. We got to everybody. So here's the situation, right? I'm going to take you back to November 2023, the night CM Punk came back to WWE. I'm going to put you right back in the WarGames match, the one in which Jada McDonough lifted his Modoc head ass and did an RKO from the top of and got an RKO top from the WarGames cage, right? Here are the 5 people with something to say about a world title right now. You have Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, Randall Keith Orton, Cody Rhodes, and your current men's Money in the Bank holder, Seth Rollins. Those 5 people for 2023 are now in 2025 tied together for the King of the Ring. Mind you, the winner of the King of the Ring, they go on SummerSlam, they face a champ of their choosing. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Gunther because I think John Cena still got some beef to wrap up with either Ron Killings or CM Punk.
Where would that be at? Where do they challenge him at? Is that in Saudi?
No, that's at MetLife. The final, the King of the Ring.
No, I'm saying whoever wins goes to SummerSlam.
Yes.
Okay. Okay,
Yes,
fair.
we're bringing back that old stipulation. Yes.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
all right, here are two matches. We got Sami Zayn versus Randy Orton. We got Cody Rhodes versus Jey Uso. My question to you is, who do you was a two-parter? Who do you think is going to be in Saudi fighting over that crown, and who is going to win?
So you got Sammy and Randy, right?
Yes.
And then Jay and Cody. I see Cody and Sammy.
Okay.
Yeah. I see that because if you want to go, if you want to go and just be a whole, like if you want to go like to the business side of it, what makes sense for SummerSlam, John Cena has one last date in December, right? Right. So the only person I think that can take it off, and I could be wrong, but the only person I think that's going to take the title off of Cena is Cody. I believe that it's going to be Sammy and Gunther again. Or let's say if Seth cashes in, whatever. It's gonna be Sammy because you can from a business side, you can run back the same way you ran back Jay and Gunther, how Gunther got his lick back. You can get Gunther getting his lick back with Sammy. That's one proposal.
Okay.
The second proposal is if you do Seth cashes in and you give him Sammy and everybody's behind Sammy, but he still loses. You know what I mean? Like I just think that regardless of Sammy, I don't think they're trying to do Cody and Cena yet. But now that I think about it, think about what happened on Raw. Cody came out and stared Seth Rollins down. So that can be a thing too. I mean, it's up in the air, but I personally would do Sammy.
All right. So I think for the emotional aspect of it, you got three different matches here that are very much so really tied together, right? Cody and Jay is already tied in match because they was homies, former tag team champions. They just won at Money in the Bank, and now they got to go face to face because hey, Jey Uso wants to be World Heavyweight Champion again. Cody Rhodes wants to be WWE Champion again. Situation here is Jey Uso need to crash out on Cody Rhodes to win this belt, to win this match. Fair. Why? Because Cody Rhodes is the main person dragging him in the unnecessary shit, and halfway the reason why he lost his belt in the first place.
But he part of the reason why he won the belt in the first place.
Was he?
Dude, I mean, who was the first person to interfere in the match? In that match? Who's the first person to interfere in that match?
Yeah, the first. Yes, okay. I thought you were talking Jay winning at Mania this year. You're talking about Jay. Last year.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. See, there's a tie-in. There's a tie-in there. I got you. So here's here's the pairs off, right? So I think Jay beats Cody.
I'm with that.
I think Jay beats Cody mainly because John Cena can't stand Cody Rhodes right now, right? If you're going to build towards Rhodes Cena 2 at SummerSlam, maybe, you know what I'm saying, then Cody get cost of the match. By the way, every single one of the male matches to get to this part contains some crazy ass interference to even get here.
Yeah.
I suspect it's going to happen again. Now, we've long teased and long hoped that we won't get a Randy Orton Cody Rhodes match. With Randy Orton basically turning back in the 09 Randy Orton just to have that title, that power, as CM Punk referred to it as one more time.
Listen, that's a legacy. That's a legacy matchup.
Yeah, it definitely is. But I don't think that's going to be our King of the Ring final. Is not going to be Randy Orton trying for that thing one more time versus Gunther. Don't think that's going to be the case.
I don't see that.
I mean versus Cody, like he did versus Gunther last year. So I think we're going to get Sammy versus Jey Uso, and it's basically going to be one of them Goku versus Vegeta type matches, in which one person going to have to be pushed over the top, consumed by the power and the desire to be champion, to get over that hump. And I think Sami Zayn got the trick. He got that kick in him to go a little bit overboard. Now,
so do you think it? So overall, do you think it's gonna be Sami?
Overall, I think it's gonna be Sami, and I think
Okay.
it's gonna be Sami versus Gunther at SummerSlam. I think Sami wins to kind of close the loop of Sami being world champion,
right,
as he predicted. And then Seth's gonna cash in on him, and then we're gonna begin this chase for Sami to get the belt back.
I'd be pissed. That's a moment that will piss people off for Sami to actually get a title and then get it cashed in on him.
Well, all right. I take you to this. I take you to 2013 NXT, maybe. It would Sami Zayn. It was Sami Zayn finally beat Adrian Neville to win the NXT title.
Yeah, and I get that, but damn, why you gotta fuck with my mans like that? Because
even though Triple H does very quality, very linear, like this makes sense.
I'm with that, Taj. I'm with that.
Okay.
I'm with that.
Reason why I say this is because Triple H typically does logical through line booking, right?
Mm-hmm.
And typically, if you say something on WWE programming, it eventually comes true.
Mm-hmm.
Sami said he gonna win the title. He didn't say he's gonna be a long champion. He didn't say he was gonna be Cody. He didn't say he was gonna be Cena. He said, "I'm gonna be champion."
So this statement right here, this shit right here, my nigga, this shit right here might push me to actually go to Vegas next year, even though I don't want to.
Are you telling me that Sami Romeo Zayn being in the main event of WrestleMania will compel you to go to Mania?
Absolutely.
I wish, you know what? I need to make, all right, 47-24. I am bookmarking this on June 19, 2025.
It's going to be noodles, Uncrustables, and Hot Pockets.
All right, you know what?
From that moment out.
All right. If Sami Zayn wins the 2026 Royal Rumble, we're going to Vegas for Mania. All right, that's all. Thank you. That's all need to be said. That's all need to be said. All right. So we think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be King Sami. You think it's also gonna be King Sami.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do we get a big crash out from Big Oos if it don't happen? If Jay don't win the King of the Ring? And the Hoochies?
You talking about Big which Big Oos you talking about?
Big Keish.
Oh, that man been crashing out regardless. If shit gonna happen with my son, I would go off too. No, he's gonna go off regardless. I don't care what Rikishi do. That man needs something to do and just talk about shit. My son lost the belt. Who cares? So what? It's the business. You put your whole ass in the man's face for a living. Shut up.
Now hold on a second. He was a gangster of positivity before he turned to that. Okay,
you talking about the man that was dressed up as an annihilator when he had his little blue and purple yellow. Leather on.
Yeah, I do. Yes,
I did it for The Rock. Fuck you. The best thing you did.
Man.
The best thing you did at wrestling was create the Usos and Solo. Just my opinion.
Right, I'm not going that far about it. The other side of the King of the Ring bracket, the women's side, is we got heaters this week. We got heaters. You got Roxanne Perez versus Jade Cargill and Asuka versus Alexa Bliss. Asuka being back, mind you, caused a whole goddamn debate on Twitter. Shout out to Cass on whether CFOS had more bangers than
who, Jim
Johnson. Yes,
Jim is the GOAT. Jim is the GOAT. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. What you think?
Do CFOS have more bangers than Def Rebel?
I got more bangers than Def Rebel.
All right, okay. I don't know, man. That OG Oscar theme, the one we got on Monday, I still play that in the gym. The Second Coming theme we got from Seth, still play that one in the gym. The Enzo and Cass theme. Yeah. Yeah. But all right, real quick, man. Who going to Saudi? And who is good Queen of the Ring?
Jade Cargill.
All right, glad that must have real quick, real simple. I think Jade Cargill wins it. I think Jade Cargill beats Tiffany Stratton for the women's championship. And I think her most hated art rival are Naomi. Miss BRP number 5 herself.
Co-star of the award-winning series, but us 2DopeMarks of the series.
A WWE studio production. This is the braid of our lives. Yes.
You should never gave me access to that.
Yes. One part
never made that.
One third of the tribunal that is braid of our lives is walking out of New York City. Women's champion. It's gonna be Naomi. And that, my friends, is how we lead to Bianca versus Naomi. That can last throughout the year. You can just intersect it. Because guess what? Mania 42 in Vegas, you get your triple threat. You get Naomi, you get Jade, you get Bianca for that belt. Because I need Naomi to have a long reign, a long, illustrious reign with that belt. Because she deserves. Tosh brought it up earlier. Evolution 2, which is the same weekend as a Beyonce concert. Actually, no, the same day as a Beyonce concert, I should say. It's that Sunday. Is in a little bit of a tizzy right now because Liv Morgan, if you watched Raw on Monday, she separated her shoulder. It was a freak accident in a match versus Kari Sane. So again, don't nobody be mad at Kari. Kari was not celebrating that it happened. She was literally killing time in the ring, being a pirate. Okay, that's what she was doing. Liv getting hurt 1000% throws a monkey wrench into this entire situation because she was carrying basically 3 feuds, right? She was going to be the next challenger for Io Sky, who Ryan Cliff has not defended her belt since Mania, if my memory serves.
That's the topic for next week.
And that she ain't wrestled a match since them tag matches with Rhea Ripley versus Julia and Roxanne Perez.
She getting the women's tag team champion treatment.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. We don't put a pin in that one. That one we're going to save for next week because I'm like, what is up? Is it so much with these fatal 4-ways for the king and queen of the ring that we can't get the women's world champion who is a star on TV wrestling? I mean, you already broke up Damage Control without saying you broke up Damage Control.
Pretty much.
So I don't know. Plus, again, Liv was carrying the EO feud that was just starting to build up. She was carrying the Bella Twin feud because that was going to be the match at Evolution 2. It's going to be the Bellas versus Liv Morgan and Gasolina Diesel, aka Raquel Rodriguez, for the women's tag titles.
We know who the other person's going to be. She's already in the Judgment Day, technically.
Yep. And the other feud was with Roxanne Perez. So I'm going to say speedy recovery to Liv Morgan. It sucks, but then also look at it from the perspective of the last time Liv Morgan was out with injury. She recalibrated her character and had arguably one of the best years of character work by any woman in recent WWE history.
Yes. Shout out to her on that one.
Yes. Now, here's my other thing. Because we had the fatal 4-ways, and we're gonna have another fatal 4-way for the NXT Women's Championship. And after Tuesday night, I should say, I need Lash Legend to be facing JC Jane for that title in Atlanta. Look, I know it's between Lash and Jada Parker, but I need Lash. I need ATL to be in ATL, man. She need to get that hometown rub, that feeling of, damn, my people came out to see me win this belt.
You did, yep. Yeah. I'm here for it, bro. Like, it's about time. Since she became a single star, like, The body of work is there. She's put the work in. She has one of the best finishers. I love that shit. And like you said earlier, the theme song is right. She's doing what she's supposed to do, and she's doing it in a crowded NXT locker room with some of the best talent we've seen in a long time. Like realistically, like in a long time, the best. And we said it here before, the best women's wrestling locker room out of every company. Point blank. Period. I'm here for it. Let that woman win. She'd be the ass in a real street fight anyway.
These is facts. These is facts. Is there any other match you want to see at Evolution 2?
I just don't want to see the Bellas. Sorry.
All right. So because it's been a very hot topic debate, and people are very questionable about the Bellas' involvement in their, impact on women's professional wrestling. However, I give them that because Total Divas gives you a whole different lane, right? It's a whole different lane, a whole different energy. Plus, Nikki Bella came back and became a workhorse. It happened. We saw it, right? So no, you have to give them their props and give them credit. I think what it is, D, is that if I can infer this correctly, I don't think you're a fan of retreads. I think you were like, yo, there are other legends that can come back and work a match.
I have an issue when you force certain things down the fans' throats. Pause. Because I love nostalgia. I do love nostalgia for the reason of I have a record player right here. I am a thorough 90s hip hop and R&B fan. I am, when it comes to wrestling too, I enjoy Stone Cold against Kevin Owens. I enjoy Ric Flair against Shawn Michaels. That old motherfucker in Georgia don't need to be in the ring. That was proven. He knocked himself out and went to Saudi and embarrassed himself. The Bellas, for me, I will not disagree with you when it comes to what they did for women's wrestling. Here's the problem. I don't think they did anything for women's wrestling. I think they did something for women wrestlers, the talent. They gave them an outlet to say, hey, you just don't have to be a wrestler. You can do reality TV. You can start your own clothing line. You can do this type of situation. As far as women's wrestling, as far as in the ring, they were cool. I'm straight with that, but I don't need to see them in the ring. For what? It doesn't do anything for me. Like, I think WWE has a problem of bringing back the wrong legends for nostalgia when they're past their prime. What do we need to do that for? It's WWE stands for World Wrestling Entertainment. If my 3-year-old son, he's not 3, by the way, but I'm just throwing something out there. If I have a 3-year-old son or 3-year-old daughter, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take him to a wrestling show. Hey, son. Hey, daughter. It's Nikki Bella versus Roxanne Perez. Who? Then I gotta go on YouTube and show them, or go on WWE Network. But I can show them on YouTube or something like that, or in 4K, what Roxanne Perez looks like, what Charlotte Flair looks like, what the Four Horsewomen look like. I just have an issue with them bringing back the wrong legends because they feel like they have some type of loyalty to them. It's just like bringing back an old NFL player. T.O. been talking about come playing receiver for the last 20 years, and he's 50-something years old. And there's a reason why his ass ain't in the league. That's how I feel.
Okay. You're not a nostalgia freak. As Cal and Brian H. Waters would say, you're not a nostalgia freak. It's cool. It's cool. But again, those people had, again, I think what you're saying is that those people had their time, and new blood can work. I personally think that there can be a healthy mix, and those that type of show is for the history of women's wrestling and
Mhm.
to pardon the pun here, the evolution of women's wrestling. But even
And that's fair.
you can easily say that when they first did this show in what was that 2018?
Mm-hmm.
2018. When they did this show in 2018, you fast forward 7 years later, there's a whole generation of wrestlers now, a whole new generation, right? Like there are people who basically saw Mercedes Moné, then Sasha Banks. You know what I'm saying? Saw Bailey, saw Charlotte, saw
Becky Belair,
Becky Lynch, Becky Belair. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? Saw the Bellas, saw Trish Stratus, right? Saw Lita, and was like, you know what? I want to get in the ring. Hey, Roxanne Perez is one of those women, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so I think what it is, like, you're gonna see a healthy just mix of both generations, dog. Like, and sadly, the Bellas are part of that. Like, it may not be for your lens of entertainment, but that's facts, G. I'm sorry.
I mean, I get it. It is what it is. Like, there are people, and you bring back the casuals with that. Like, it's just like a WrestleMania thing. You bring back the casuals of WrestleMania and SummerSlam when you bring back the Goldbergs, the Stone Colds, The Rock. You know what I mean? I get it. It's a business first and foremost. I just don't need to see it myself.
Okay. But guess what? Guess what everybody is seeing? Everybody's seeing one Mercedes Varnado, aka Mercedes Moné, rack up these belts, dog. She won the CMLL women's title on Wednesday. So that's now 6 different belts in her possession. She gonna face Toni Storm at All In Arlington, or aka All In Texas, and likely win that belt to make it her 7th. Question you is, before we transition on, I know some people might be upset they're only giving this like, a short amount of time. Do you think that this run is proving Mercedes' point in that she's one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time?
Yes.
But also I take it like this. Do you think she needs to win every single one of these belts, or did you think she needed to just literally compete in these big stadiums like Madison Square Garden, Tokyo Dome?
Compete because there's certain belts that she don't need, because I feel like if you're getting her to get every belt, then you're selling someone else short. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's a lot of talent around that deserves certain belts. Like, she can compete. Like, her GOAT case is up there. It's arguably a case right now. I think that, like, currently, and I might be wrong, and anybody can tell me anything different, I'll take it. Right now, she's probably number 1 in women's wrestling at this point. She's number 1 at this point. Like, she has, and I'm not going with what is it? What it go the what people was it? I can't think of the
Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, like, it's not about who has the most belts that makes it better, but like, she's going up against the best talent. She's going up against the best talent at every company and still putting on great matches. It's not like she's going there and just shitting the bed. Nah, she's doing her thing, and she's giving her body up and putting out, and she's talking that shit too. So yeah, she's up there right now. To me, she's my number 1. She's not one of my favorites, but she's up there, and I gotta pay respect where respect is due. I can't say nothing else.
I don't think so. I think Mercedes betting on herself was easily one of the best things to happen for her career. Because again, that woman just loves the art of pro wrestling and getting in there with different people and mixing things up. Yes. Eventually, she will likely head back, up north to have some unfinished business with some of the girls up there too. But right now, dog, I don't know in ring. I don't know who's touching her. I don't.
There's nobody at this point. Not right now.
Like, you can give me maybe Io, maybe Rhea, maybe Bianca.
You can't even say Io, because Io ain't defending that damn belt.
However, when Io is matched up against her wrestling soulmates like Rhea and Bianca, magic. Bailey, magic, right?
Yeah.
So we don't have to have one of them conversations, because again, somebody said that AEW had better bout-to-bout wrestlers than WWE. I think it was Will Ospreay that said this, and I'm not inclined to fully agree. However, You can't tell me. Look, Tony Storm is easily the best character work in AEW, but the best bout machine outside of what Wednesday was a little chaotic, little style clash there. But aside from that, it's Mercedes.
You said best bout machine. There's another person in AEW who was a belt collector too. At some point.
One Kenneth Jerome Omega.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She bell to bell is probably the best right now, and that's my opinion.
Yeah. So again, salute to Mercedes Moné, number 2, by the way, on this year's Black Rasslin 50 list. Speaking of great names, because Mercedes Moné is a great name. Hey, I think this promotion has arguably my favorite named events for 2025. And that is Fight Club's upcoming DEI or Die event. D, I'll let you go ahead and tell the people.
So
it's Sunday, by the way.
So Sunday, June 22nd, man. Listen, if you're in the area, show up. Like, they got some good talent. Like, to be honest with you, they have a couple wrestlers that is on the BRP top 50. Listen, Shook Dunkerton and Isaiah Brona, O'Shea Edwards, Jordan Blade, Eel O'Neal. Like, come on, man. Listen, if you a fan of wrestling, and it don't have to just be black wrestling, just show up. Like, they're gonna have a good show in the DMV area. I'll be there. I'll be there with the boys, not the fellas, but my mini-me's. But yeah, it's not, just show up. It's a good time. Like, support your black wrestlers.
Support them. One more comment I want to get this is that Taj was like, you could have had Jay win, then Sammy can finally turn a heel from jealousy. I don't even know it will be jealousy, really.
I don't think that's happening anytime soon.
Well, then again, remember the night after 2 nights after Jay won the belt, and Sam was the first person to congratulate him. That wasn't his brother. Everybody thought the turn was coming in, but now it was a big hug. I don't think you need Sammy to. Sammy's your ultimate white meat babyface right now, even more so than Cody Rhodes.
Yeah,
I don't think you really need him to super turn like that. So
literally the underdog from the underground, literally.
Yeah. Who apparently be dancing on beat every single time you throw a song on.
Hey, that brother got some rhythm.
He do.
Brother got some rhythm.
He do. But you know who don't be having rhythm? And we have to call Ice-T in to talk about him. Hey. That's right. It's time for Hate of the Week. D and I's favorite segment. We just kind of get some off our chest about some of the bullshit and malarkey and dookie buttery that is going on in the world, man. Shout out Jenkins and Jones. They're the ones that came up with the dookie butt thing, man. They came through. You had a list a couple weeks ago. They be coming to me, so I don't even be writing them down. They just hit me. All right. So, do you want me to go first?
I forgot who went first last time, but you can go first this time.
Go first. All right. So, for everybody, every single person who has made a comment about Pusha T after his goddamn So Be It record dropped the other day, and him going after Travis Scott and thinking this is a rap beef. No. This is not a rap beef. Let me break it down for you real quick fast. A rap beef is between two rappers who you know can rap and want to get something off their chest. This is not a rap beef.
Kendrick and Drake wasn't a rap beef?
Oh, Kendrick and Drake was a rap beef? No, they can rap. No, Drake can rap. He just got his ass whooped. He got his ass. He can rap. He got his ass whooped.
Okay, I'll let you.
And isn't doing litigation for said ass whooping.
Bitch.
Lawbury is running rampant. Point is, so for those who may not be informed, the Clips, their Let God and Sort 'Em Out album is coming out July 11th. aka the same day that Beyonce is in Atlanta, in between Saturday Night's Main Event and Evolution 2, is when that album drops. And the day before that, and me and D know this, College Football 26 drop. So if you are of a certain age, like me and D are, buddy, this feel like 2005, 2006. That's what it feel like. It feel like we are in a good goddamn groove. And the way that Malice and Push have been rapping on these first two singles, boy, I'm ready. I can't wait. Again, I may be of a certain demographic here, but hey, you can be mad at Pusha T rapping about selling dope and being of his own morals. That's fine. Like, if you are good at something, you're good at a lane, stick to it. But for those getting their Hanes, their Calvin Kleins, the prison issue boxes with the hole in them that they ain't thrown away yet over Travis Scott being basically a middleman, and not even a middleman. That's not what I'm trying to say. Playing both sides. That's what I mean. Instigating shit for no reason. Let that man hate. Let Pusha T get his shit off. It ain't again. You know what a media tour is? You know what I would know what a media tour is. You talk to journalists. You don't talk to streamers. You talk to people who ask you actual compelling questions. And hey, if you are the topic of the moment, then guess what? You're gonna talk to the New York Times. You're gonna talk to Rolling Stone. Hell, some of these interviews have been pretty much under lock and key, have already happened, and they were just waiting for the song to drop. But if you think that Travis Scott gotta go hop in the booth and respond to Pusha T, me and D ain't gonna have locks. That is how unlikely that shit is gonna be, right? So that's one. For those thinking that Travis Scott and Pusha T is a rap beef, you're my hater of the week because you can't comprehend actual people who have, morals and integrity about shit. So that's one.
Oh, you got more. Let's go.
That's one. Secondly, I hate when the dumbest motherfucker is right repeatedly.
Oh.
And I'm gonna just say it like this: there was an interview this week, but with one standing senator from the state of Texas, and one dude who used to work for Fox News and don't work for Fox News no more, and actually came out and said Fox News is propaganda. At the same time, a representative from the House, who is of the state of Georgia, said the same damn thing. And also, in that interview between that senator and that former Fox News host, the Fox News host's son, the senator. And you know what? You know how I feel, D? I feel bamboozled, dog.
Let it stray. Run them up.
Right, run them up. You want to know why I feel led astray and run them up? Because I don't dookie butt mofos. I don't need bands, dog. I don't need bitch ass, and you can feel the other word. I don't need y'all being right now. You know why I don't need y'all being right now? Because y'all could have been right the whole goddamn time. You was playing stupid for money and fame.
Can't fix stupid.
Can't fix it. Can't fix. So my hater of the week is Ted Cruz, Tucker Carlson, and it's Marjorie Taylor Greene. It is.
Pick me.
D, who is your hater of the week?
So I've been privy to a show on Netflix. I believe it's Netflix. I hope it's not Peacock, Netflix. I think it's Peacock. One of them daggone streaming things. Love Island.
Oh, yes. That is yes. Yes. By the way, I watched me some Love Island last season. It was some of the most hilarious and craziest things going on in the universe.
I just think it's messy as hell. But my hater of the week is all of America who downloaded the Love Island app and voted to sabotage. Sabotage Jeremiah and Hutter. Let them cook. Y'all some haters. Not that I watch it that much or anything, but I just see it on my timeline heavy. Thanks, Littlefoot. Thanks, Littlefoot. I appreciate you. Yeah.
Not to interrupt your hater of the week, but I just sent something to your phone and I want your live reaction.
Okay, hold on.
Because the new to quote, a new bombshell is going to enter the villa this evening.
Well, looky. She not entering. That's not real. That's not real. I might have to watch tonight.
Yeah. You might have to split time between the NBA Finals and Love Island because Megan Thee Stallion ain't gonna be on that thing tonight, Playboy.
Okay, but we need to hurry up and wrap up the show.
Yeah.
Nice and call it a day.
Because about to say we got about 28 minutes. Yeah. But no, anyway. No, I agree with you. I wholeheartedly agree with you. Like Jeremiah, they broke up his little happy home little situation. Uda,
that man about his stepdaddy of the year.
Dog, I ain't seen somebody so prepared to crash out like Uda. Like it is on ass. Like them eyes was puffy red, brother. I was like, ooh.
She was looking for a stepdaddy and some money.
Word to Hitman Sammy Sam.
Man, listen. That was my hate of the week.
America. Yeah. Love Island is treacherous, dog. Love Island is treacherous.
How Barry Mack you said, America.
Love Island treacherous. So new bombshell entering the villa tonight, man. But that is again, this is what 2DopeMarks is. Sometimes majority of the time we talking wrestling. Sometimes we talking bullshit in the world. And hey, we might end talking up Love Island. We might have a recap where me and D talk about the shenanigans that go on this week.
No, we're not going to do that because I'm not going to watch it after Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not.
Oh, well, okay. He's not going to watch it after Megan Thee Stallion. But if you don't know Love Island is one of them dating series that actually airs every single day.
Except for Wednesdays. I don't know that for a reason.
That is a man that is in a relationship. Anyway, folks, anyway, that is a nice episode of 2DopeMarks, man. Oh, Lord. That's a nice episode of 2DopeMarks. We appreciate y'all for coming through. Shout out Taj, shout out Corey for entertaining us with their defenses of Atlanta pro wrestling. Again, Flight Club this weekend. DI or Die, which is the greatest tag slogan for a freaking wrestling show coming up this year.
Yes.
Again, shout out to Black Rasslin and the BRP 50. Again, if you need to see the full list, you can go ahead and see the link in the link in the description. And again, like, rate, review, watch us on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We growing every single day. Sometimes our shorts go crazy. We had a little situation talking about Jey Uso last week. That thing did numbers, and I was like, well, gotta keep doing this. We're on all DSPs, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your favorite podcast. We are there. Rate us, review us. Be honest, be fair, and if you're not, I think you DJ Vlad. I think you're Tim Scott. You know what I'm saying? Because again, how you gonna try and be like, oh, happy Juneteenth? You ain't got no gums. I mean, you got all gums, no teeth. My bad. Sorry. Look at a picture of Tim Scott. You'll understand.
Oh, I know what that man look like.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, man, that's 2DopeMarks. That's D. I'm Brando and D. Say something nice to the people for the NBA Finals.
Black Rasslin on tune in 8:35 Club YouTube.
Actually, tune in Black Rasslin right now at 8:35. It's 8:35 on the Dizot.
Now.
And we will see y'all next week as we are here every Thursday, 7:15 Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
Come pull up with your folk, get your drink, get your smoke. And hey, just pull up the phone, get the tweeting, texting us, because hey, we'll read your comments live on air. We'll interact with them, we'll answer them. And This is for my brother. This is for my brother Will Ferrell. There's a segment on his show. It's a blind 5, and he will give you 5 random things, and you think you're gonna answer something. Okay, cool. For example, he gave me a prompt, and he was like, "Yo, Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar." I said I'm ranking that like 5th, right? Because I'm thinking in terms of match quality, right? No, it was the most shocking results in wrestling history. I was terrified. I thought I named something that was like, oh, let me put this number 1, right? Thinking like we going from best to worst. I was terrified. So that means yes, that's me giving a shout out to the Kayfabe Pop. Check them out, man. They just dropped their episode. Wondering about this whole Goldberg shit too. In other words, the entire Black wrestling community is like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is juice?
We don't give a fuck.
What the fuck is juice? But anyway, that is it. See y'all next week. Lord, give us a game 7.
Please.
Please.